Potato Cat and welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Ace Academy. Previously we hung out with Mayu, well attempted to, but she was hanging out with Sho and she kind of left, and so we just hung out with Sho, and then Nikki's friends hit on us, and then we go back to school, and then a new chick hits on us, and everyone's like, what's your secret? And we're like, don't know, man. And now we get to hang out with somebody. That's cool. And that's pretty much where we left off. So our options are Kaori, Mayu, or Valerie. I feel like Valerie is secretly evil. Mayu clearly likes Sho, and Kaori is Kaori. That's just the best way to describe her. I'll choose Mayu. We'll just be in the love triangle. It's fine. We can both have Sho. I go to the library to study. I sit down at a secluded desk between the stacks of books. After a couple of minutes, I think I hear a muffled thumping, as if someone's trying to quiet their jumping. Following the noise to a nearby stack, I see Mayu balancing on her toes, trying to reach a book on the top shelf. Her fingers barely graze the ledge of the shelf. She tries a dainty hop, but still fails to reach the books. Short people problems. I understand. As she sighs, she pouts and reaches her and readies herself to try again. Let her try again. Intervene. Yeah, let's help her. Stifling a laugh, I walk over and easily pull out the book that she needs. Mayu blinks at me as I hand it to her.
Oh, thank you.
She hugs the book to her chest and stares shyly at the ground. No problem. It seems like you could use some help there. Her cheeks redden as she nods. I take another look at the book she's holding. Hey, isn't that a Piloting 101 textbook?
Yeah.
I thought so. I guess you're working on the assignment now?
Yeah.
She gives me a strange look. I only know this because I have to retake Piloting 101. I'm not stalking you or anything.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Well, if I was stalking you, I also probably would say that. There's a long pause. Mayu refuses to make eye contact with me, and I'm worried I might have scared her when she suddenly speaks.
Why do you have to take Piloting 101 again?
Because sometimes when you go to a different country, your previous credits don't translate into, or like don't match up, and they won't accept it. That's why. As soon as the words leave her mouth, her eyes grow wide and her blush deepens.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
I can't help but grin at her reaction. No, don't worry. It's a normal question. Basically, my credits from CNY didn't transfer. Apparently, some of the material is different here for the introductory course, but so far, everything we've covered has been the same.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That said, since I've taken this class before, if you ever need help, feel free to ask me. She smiles.
That would be great.
We stand in silence again. She seems like she wants to ask me something, but is too shy to say it. Offer to help her now. I know exactly what she wants to ask me. He's gonna say something stupid if I say it. I think she wants to be left alone. I'll offer to help her now. Would you like any help now?
Sure. But only if it's not too much trouble.
Of course not. I always have time for my friends. Her eyes meet mine when I say friend, before she quickly looks away again. Another blush stains her cheeks. Despite that, she smiles and nods. We sit down at the desk together and go over my notes. And I go over my notes with her. As we settle at the desk, I pull out my tablet and Mayu pulls out a spiral notebook. As we settle at the desk, I read that part. A spiral notebook, there it is. She opens her textbook and flips to the correct page, then opens her notebook to a fresh page, her pencil at the ready as she begins to read the text. I watch her curiously as she meticulously writes her notes in fine print. After a couple of minutes, she looks up and our eyes meet for a second before she looks away. A blush stains her cheeks. Are you writing your notes? Mayu seems self-conscious.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool. Did we flash back to the year 2000? To each their own. Listen, it's cool. Why not? That's awesome. She blinks, surprised.
You don't think it's weird?
I shake my head. No way. People are too dependent on technology these days anyway. I noticed my tablet. Including me. Mayu smiles.
For me, I just learn better when I write it down.
Really? She nods. How'd you get into that habit?
I wasn't allowed to have electronics when I was growing up.
I can't remember the last time I was without my tablet. How could you survive? Mayu giggles.
Well, it wasn't so bad. I think that's where I got my love of books. I wasn't allowed to play games very often, but Father always encouraged reading. He said he didn't want me to get distracted from my studies, so that's why I wasn't allowed to have a tablet.
Oh, fair. It sounds like your father takes your education very seriously.
He does. I was in high school when I got my first tablet, but by then I was so used to using a pen and paper that typing out my notes felt unnatural.
That's fair. Well, the one upside to writing all the time is that your handwriting is really neat. I write all the time and my handwriting is still terrible. And I'm left-handed, so I get like smudges on my hands. It's not fun. I wouldn't be able to read my notes if I wrote everything down. Why you giggle?
I'm sure that's not true.
I read somewhere once that a person's handwriting can say a lot about them.
Oh, really?
Well, your characters are all very neat and small. Your strokes are slightly rounded, not angular or spiky.
What does that mean?
You're an introvert. You are an extrovert. You are gullible. That does tell me the right answers. You are an introvert. It means you tend to be more shy and avoid confrontation, even. You also have a tendency to be more creative. Maya seems pleased.
That actually sounds accurate.
The handwriting doesn't lie. Anyway, we should focus on the assignment.
Right.
So what happens if I don't finish that project with Yuna? She turns back to her text and I return to mine. As I'm reading, I can see Mayu glance at me out of the corner of my eye. I look up.
Well, do you think you could explain this passage to me?
I grin. Of course. I continue to help her until her assignment is complete. Remembering that the team rankings were supposed to be posted this morning, I take out my phone and notice an unread email from the school. The rankings are posted online and can be accessed through the website, web link. I tap the link embedded in the email and wait. The page doesn't load. Damn thing still isn't working for me. There's a note at the bottom of the email saying a physical copy of the ranking is posted in the pilot's lounge. So I head there. Upon entering, I notice a crowd of pilots at the opposite wall in front of the posted ranks. They're surrounded a smiling guy with white hair and showering him with what? There, okay, I'm like, what? They're surrounding a smiling guy with white hair and showering him with praise. Pushing past the crowd, I eagerly check the board and search for my team My stomach twists into knots. I really don't know what to expect. Once I find our team, I breathe a sigh of relief. Rank 21. That's not bad at all. See, I knew we wouldn't be in the top 10 after I said the top 10, because that's just not how it works. Especially when Mayu's like, I think we'll be in the mid-20s. She knows everything. The pilot besides me are still talking, and I tune into their conversation.
Congratulations on being ranked number 1 again this year, Akira.
He reminds me of someone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. But it's actually my team who deserves the congratulations. They all fought really well.
Is he really nice, or is he actually a dick?
Still, you were a big reason why your team got first rank. I watched the match, and you were amazing out there.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Don't you already have a sponsor too?
Yeah,
Who is it?
it's Eludian Enterprises.
I was going to say Red Bull, but I suppose it could be them too.
I've heard their weapons are pretty cutting edge.
Wow, you're so lucky. You basically had a sponsor waiting for you.
Before anyone else can reply, a group of girls cut through the crowd to read the rankings. A tall girl with long dark hair steps forward and squints at the board. Then she cheers excitedly.
Hey! We made it to the top 10!
As she jumps up in excitement, my eyes are drawn to her chest. But I look away before I catch myself staring. Good job. Glancing around me, it seems like I wasn't the only guy she distracted.
Are you serious, May?
One of her teammates pushes past to double check the post.
Of course I'm serious. We're in 9th place! That's not bad at all. Especially considering how long we've actually practiced together.
That's true.
Akira joins May.
Congratulations on your rank, May.
Thank you, but I'm sure it means nothing compared to being number 1.
She flashes him a warm smile and rubs her arm, squeezing her chest together in the process. Stop it, Satsuma. Akira falters for a second, then shakes his head and speaks earnestly.
No, you girls are pretty impressive. You're a new team, right? Formed over the summer?
He nods.
It's not often that a team who hasn't had much chance to practice and learn from each other is able to make top rank. You have every right to be proud.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I can't believe Akira just said we impressed him! I know!
Oh,
Do you already have sponsors too?
Not yet, but we aren't worried. We've had a few companies reach out to us today.
It must be nice not to worry about sponsorship. I think my team and I will go through the SBA to get a sponsor.
SBA? What's that? Satsuma, I was about to ask the same question. I do a quick search on my phone. a website for a student-run association pops up on the school network. Ah, it's the Sponsorship Bridging Association. A student association that pairs sponsorship opportunities with different teams. Sounds simple enough. I click in the more information tab. Why should your team get a sponsor? The SBA prides themselves on pairing appropriate sponsors with ACE Academy. Teams who have proven their ability who have proven their ability in battle. These sponsors fund teams for their repair costs as well as provide them with equipment improvements. Cool. This is a mutual relationship that benefits both the team through equipment costs and repairs and the sponsors by giving them greater exposure and an opportunity to advertise through their teams. I scanned through the rest of their website looking for the on-campus location. I should stop by and see if they can help us with a sponsor. Instead of the location, I find the student volunteer list. Okay. And a name pops out at me. Yuna Misaki. I didn't know she was a part of the SBA. Maybe she'll be willing to help us out. It's a bit loud since those groups of pilots are still talking, so I moved to a quieter corner and dial Yuna's number.
Hello?
Also, shouldn't we talk to the rest of our team before we do this? Hi Yuna, it's Satsuma, the guy who hasn't really talked to you since Friday.
Oh, hi! How are you?
I'm fine, how are you? My day is about to get a whole lot better. Explain the situation. I'm fine, how are you? Good, how are you doing?
Quite well.
Great.
Do you need something?
No, we just got bored to call you randomly. Oh, yes, I did. I came across the SBA website today and noticed your name on the volunteer list. Are you still part of that association?
I am.
I was looking to get our team a sponsor, but wasn't sure how.
Oh.
Then I hear a few students talking about the SBA today and figured I'd check out when I saw your name. I just had to ask.
I'd be happy to help you find a sponsor.
Really? You won't mind?
It's no trouble at all. I'll check in with the association in the morning, and I'll be sure to keep you in the loop.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Did you need anything else? I don't mean to rush you, but I've got to head out.
No, that's all.
Okay, then I'll talk to you when I have something.
Great. Thanks again, thanks again for your help.
Anytime. See you around.
Yeah, see you. The phone clicks as she hangs up. At least we're one step closer to getting a sponsor. I hope. I glance at the time. It's still early in the evening. What should I do? See if Nikki needs a ride home. Yuna, I guess we do have that project with her, and I don't know if it actually affects us, so let's go talk to her. I feel like doing something active, but I don't just want to lift weights. I've heard the recreation center always has lots of activities going on. There's bound to be something there I can do. I thought we were just gonna work on the project with her. As I walk in, the first thing I notice is how much natural light shines into the room. The facility is huge, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. There are signs leading to the different gymnasiums and even a pool. There's a locker room nearby, and I take advantage of the facility to change into my gym clothes. As I continue to explore, I spot tennis courts filled with students playing matches. A few students crowd the sidelines waiting for a court to open. Yuna is among them. She's standing alone, stretching out her arms. I head over and greet her. Hey, Yuna.
Hi.
She seems surprised.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I didn't know when we were going to appear. I thought we were going to get together and finish that project. I didn't expect to see you here, to be honest. She chuckles. So, you play tennis?
A little, just for fun. Do you play?
No. I've never had much time for sports. Schoolwork takes priority. Yuna nods in understanding. That and the whole gear thing, but it's nice to do something different once in a while.
Of course.
So, have you been waiting long for a court to free up?
Not too long. Plus, I'm next on the wait list, so once the court opens up, I'll be able to play.
What are you playing against? She shrugged.
Anyone who's available.
How about you and I play a game then? She suddenly seemed shy.
Sure, but I have to warn you, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played much this season.
Let's have a fun match. That just means it's a better chance for me to win. You'll be evenly matched then. Let's have a fun match. For a game between friends, who the better player is doesn't matter. Just as long as we're having fun.
I agree. I'm sure this will be a good match either way.
I doubt that. I bet Satsuma is not great with tennis. I can't play with no equipment though. Is there somewhere I can borrow a racket?
I actually have an extra you can use.
Great, thanks. A court opens and up, and Yuna and I take our places on the opposite sides. Since you're feeling a little anxious, why don't you start first?
Oh no, that's okay.
Please, I insist. She smiles, her thinks, and nods. I'm gonna guess she's going to be really, really good. But I will find out in the next episode. I'm Tato Cat. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon. Ow, my wrist cracked.